Akin was a renowned meat seller in the village. His meat was loved by everyone, and his shop was always bustling with customers. People would come from far and wide to taste his delicious meat, and Akin would always oblige with a smile. But little did the customers know, Akin's success wasn't just because of his cooking skills. He had an encounter with a mysterious woman named Sonia, who gave him a charm to insert inside the meat he sells. The charm was supposed to drag customers to his shop, making them irresistibly drawn to his meat. Akin was hesitant at first, but the charm seemed to work like magic. His shop became the go-to place for meat lovers, and his sales skyrocketed. Akin's rival, Tanko, who had a shop down the street, couldn't help but feel envious of Akin's success. Tanko vowed to find out the secret behind Akin's sales. He would often sneak around Akin's shop, trying to catch a glimpse of what made his meat so special. But Akin was careful, and Tanko couldn't find anything out of the ordinary. One day, Tanko decided to follow Akin to the forest, where he suspected Akin might be meeting with a native doctor. Tanko hid in the bushes, watching as Akin met with the native doctor. Akin didn't know that Tanko was monitoring him. He received a package from the native doctor, containing herbs that he was supposed to mix with his meat. Tanko's eyes widened as he realized what was going on. Tanko screamed and ran to the village square, shouting to everyone about Akin's secret. At first, the villagers didn't believe him. They thought Tanko was just jealous of Akin's success. But Tanko provided evidence, telling the villagers about the herbs Akin received from the native doctor. The villagers started to get suspicious, and soon, they demanded that Akin explain himself. Akin was dragged to the elder's house, where he was forced to answer for his crimes. Every villager was angry, demanding that Akin be punished for using charms to deceive them. Akin confessed, telling the villagers about Sonia and the charm she gave him. He begged for forgiveness, promising to stop using the charm. But just as the villagers were about to pass judgment, the native doctor appeared. He verified Akin's story, telling the villagers that he had indeed given Akin the herbs. The villagers were shocked, and they demanded to know why the native doctor had given Akin the charm. The native doctor explained that Sonia had asked him to create the charm, but he didn't know what her intentions were. The villagers were divided, some demanding that Akin be punished, while others believed he was innocent. The elders called for a meeting to discuss Akin's fate. After much deliberation, the elders decided that Akin should stop using the charm and instead focus on cooking delicious meat. Akin agreed, promising to do just that. Akin's shop was closed for a while, but when he reopened, his meat was still delicious, and the customers came back. Tanko, on the other hand, learned a valuable lesson about not jumping to conclusions. The villagers learned to appreciate Akin's cooking skills, and his shop became even more popular. Akin and Tanko eventually became friends, and Tanko even started to learn some of Akin's cooking secrets. Sonia, the mysterious woman, was never seen again, but the villagers whispered about her for years to come. Some said she was a witch, while others believed she was just a kind stranger. Akin's story became a legend in the village, a reminder of the power of hard work and good cooking. And Akin lived happily ever after, serving delicious meat to the villagers. Years later, people would still talk about Akin, the meat seller who had a secret ingredient that brought him success. But they would also remember the lesson he learned about the importance of hard work and honesty. Akin's legacy lived on, inspiring future generations of meat sellers to focus on their craft rather than relying on shortcuts. And the village prospered, with Akin's shop remaining a beloved institution.